It's Madden NFL 24, and we'll see the Antlers rock it on quarterback. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Antlers and the Dreadnoughts, and it comes your way next.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we come to you from the banks of the Missouri River at Omaha, Nebraska. It is Week 16 in the NFL, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Dreadnoughts of Honolulu taking on the Antlers of Omaha. Alongside my good friend Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Omaha team entering play.
They come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from Hawaii,
they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field, and they thoroughly shut down that offense.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie cornerback.
Now, the meeting we had with him this week, that's one of the briefer ones we've ever had, isn't it?
He wasn't too happy after last week.
Not happy. Really determined to play a whole lot better, and he really can't play a whole lot worse. He's got to go out and show the team that the goods that he exhibited early are still there. Otherwise, he could lose the confidence that they have in him.
And hoping to get rid of that interception bug. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice game. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 21 carries, 64 yards and a touchdown.
And a rushing title's definitely within sight. So the excitement on the offensive side of the football, I mean, they're bouncing off the walls wanting to get out there. But they also understand that they're going to face some really stacked defenses down the stretch because they don't want it to happen at their expense.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Operating from the gun. Schmidt. Pressure comes, and down he goes. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
On 4th down, Dom Maggio out to punt.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time.
They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
And it felt like it watching the game tape. He got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. 1 touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy.
The numbers for him from a week ago. 3 catches, 51 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Hurts. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the pass passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Rondale Moore, the intended target.
And that'll bring up second down.
When you look at this defense,
they enter this one down in the 26th position in the NFL against the run.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the first down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
2 yards on the pickup there, and that'll make it second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 16-yard line.
Off the option, here's Taylor.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run here with Taylor.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This one is Slayton over the middle. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Here's Hurts to throw.
And it's caught. Touchdown.
Jonathan Taylor
hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season.
And the Dreadnoughts will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw. Schmidt over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 40-yard line.
Off play action. Schmidt. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Schmidt. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And touchdown! Zay Flowers, 51 yards. And the Antlers are an extra point away from evening this one up. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Santos with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Hurts throw complete here on target to Tunyon. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Our score after 1. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Here's 3rd and 9 as they've got it as we resume action. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick, and he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
Omaha's offense back out for another series. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening.
And shutting him off that open field. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Schmidt. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down.
2nd and 16 at the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Schmidt. Hitting Mayer here on the out route. And he's brought down in the red zone at the 18 after a gain of 18. 1st and 10.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
At the 18-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. Tackled by Darrell Taylor. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
Back to throw. Schmidt working the middle of the field, and he's got him there complete. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
I like the call on 3rd and 2. They were geared up to stop the run. I like the fact they just hit him quick. Little slant route. All about timing there, partner.
Yeah, the timing, everything well executed. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Barkley again.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. Saquon Barkley
With his 13th rushing touchdown on the year.
And his guys have taken the lead. Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
That 7-0 lead of theirs is short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Back to throw here.
Oh, and Hurts is going to be hit and taken down to the ground.
Give the sack to Jerome Baker. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. It's the 2nd quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy and the early going. But we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series. So those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they'll search for that patience here now. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Schmidt. And that will be incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Schmidt.
Got a man. It's Mayer.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 3rd stretch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. They go play action here on first down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Nate Hobbs.
And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now 2nd and 9.
He'll look to throw. Going right side, he finds Slayton. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards on the play there. It's a drive will continue. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
From the gun, it's Taylor.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Here's 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw here.
They'll set up the screen to Taylor.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And this will be taken at the 13.
But here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, the goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try.
Now the ball comes loose.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And he's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score, and a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Lutz to try to add the PAT. Now we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
From his end zone, here's Rashid Shaheed. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Omaha's offense back out for another series.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Back to throw. Schmidt. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. It's a first down following a gain of 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Flowers. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Right to Bourne. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. The weather might be cold, but the playoff races are heating up here on this final Sunday before Christmas. So let's get to it. Here, it was the always dangerous Saquon Barkley with the impressive first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. For this offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
Hurts. This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right, safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 37-yard line.
2nd down. Here's Hurts. That's going to be caught by Judy.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Here is 3rd down and 4. Hurts sets up to throw it. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the option to give to Taylor here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They're looking for Judy, but it's intercepted.
Picked by Kevin Byard, and the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the 2nd half.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt.
Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 7 at the 46-yard line.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
2nd down, here's Jalen Hurts. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. They go play action with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Now here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. They'll have good field position at midfield following the turnover as they start with a 1st down here.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. To Barkley on the check down. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. There he goes, right side. Touchdown! Saquon Barkley with career touchdown number 60.
And the Antlers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Santos with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. touchdown here, Santos, to kick this one away.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And if we kept having a rough patch, he said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
This one complete to Tunyon underneath.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor.
And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
6-yard line. A gain of 4 yards. And a Honolulu 1st down.
Throwing is Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Being chased, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Leonard Floyd, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Hurts, throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
That is caught and snapped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. He'll look to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal.
Taylor.
Ooh, the juke. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
Sometimes I get caught in hyperbole, but I think they desperately need to punch this one in. They're running out of time.
Yeah, 2-score game, 2nd half. You're down here. This is the time to put it in the end zone.
Yeah, not going to get much better than this for an opportunity.
Here's Taylor again. And once again, he's going to be pushed backwards. This time back to the 3. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
And you know it pains them to be this close. And you know they're going to want to go for it here. But they absolutely have to kick the field goal and get this back to a 1-score game. It's only logical.
The kick by Lutz is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now. Their lead back down to one score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. Up past the 30, second down coming up. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Off the play fake, Schmidt. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now, hold everything here, because this is about the last guy that they would want to see shaken up. Quarterback Jalen Hurts in some discomfort. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter, maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to kick it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And a fair catch call for him made just outside the 15-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Throwing to start the drive. Schmidt. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him. But you could almost see his eyes light up defensively. I mean, as a linebacker, that's about as quick as you can get to a quarterback.
So what did your 3rd grade teacher teach you about straight lines, right? As soon as you have those, you take full advantage of them. He found a gap in the offensive line, got to the quarterback, and put him on the deck.
They'll get 4 back there on the run, but now they're looking up at a 3rd and 12 situation. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. Thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. The Honolulu offense making its return to the field now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. On 1st and 10, Huntley.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
The offense on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and 14.
Looking to throw here, Huntley.
And that is incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
Well, here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another first down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you've got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Off play action. Schmidt. And that is incomplete. Off the play fake. Schmidt.
And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Taking it about the 16. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 24-17. A minute 45 to play. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down.
Huntley. Pass complete, Tunyon.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now Huntley.
Looking left sideline, incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Eluding the pressure right.
And Huntley showing that playmaking ability. Runs for the first and slides to a stop. Here's Huntley. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
And here's the Omaha offense getting set to go now.
And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory.
And they will take a knee here. And that knee will do it. So they snap the losing streak. Always a good feeling.
Yeah, I don't know if this one right here when they're taking a knee is as much exultation as exhalation, right? They just breathe a sigh of relief. Finally got a win. Needed one desperately.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Omaha, their hopes of finishing above 500 stay alive as they move to 7-8 now on the year.
And they will hit the road next week.
Meanwhile, for Honolulu,
it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.